I'm going to run you through the simple system that I've been using, where I made $4,069 in 10 days selling a $1 product to a completely cold audience. This is an audience where I had no reputation, no prior goodwill banked or anything like this. And as a little proof, here's 3 different campaigns that I ran with this, testing this out. And you can see we've got like $1 purchases all over the place from this to bring people in. You're thinking, wow, did he sell 4,069 individual products? No, I actually made that $4,069 from just 26 people. And I'll explain the whole system, how it works, and why you should be implementing this in your business to make more money faster with less stress. Let me rub that out. There we go. So this method that I'm going to be running you through, it allows you to scale faster. There is very little that you have to do in terms of building goodwill, building trust, and all of this. It's $1. As long as the offer itself is well optimized and the offer is something where people are like, wow, that might help me. Most people within your target market are going to be willing to take that $1 chance with you. The worst that happens, they lose $1. The way that we build this allows you to get better profits over time. Now, I'll do another video on this, but basically, I launched this with no ads. There's a strategy that I use called spearfishing, where I was able to promote this in communities. And actually, it would be this one here, I think. That was fully just done with spearfishing. So I went to communities and promoted this within those communities and made that money. And I made that initial 4,069 with this in communities that don't allow promotion. Story for another day. But essentially, this method allows you to get back once you do get to the point where you can invest in ads. And if you are investing in ads, super quick payback loops. I'm often completely paid back on my ad spend to get acquisition of new leads coming in, leads who are all buyers, within like 48 hours. And then from there, anything that I sell them on the back end is 100% profit. So it's much better profits to this. And it's less stress and less time wasted because it's very quick. And so the feedback loops, you can quickly identify what's going to work and what's not. Okay. So before I get into how this system works, I want to go through the 2 common approaches people use that are not great. The first one is going straight for the jugular, and you'll see this all the time. People will have an attract mechanism, and this could be anything from ads to organic to social media marketing, whatever. Doesn't matter what that is, but it's a way for you to get in front of your target market, and then you'll do something to try and get them to engage. It could be click here to read this. It could be DMs. It could be cold email. You're trying to start a dialogue. It could be anything, right? And then in that engage stage, it turns into like this high pressure sales. So many people are running things like book a call funnels where it's ads through to a VSL and then book a call. And then on the call, you're trying to convince somebody who has 2 touch points with you, which is the ad and the VSL, to then spend your high ticket offer of, let's just put this at 2K plus. It's a massive ask. I'm not going to spend $2,000 with somebody that I barely know. You have to be really good at finding people. You have to be really good at closing deals, and you have to have a really well optimized offer. A lot of the time, this is too aggressive, it's too fast, and it's a huge commitment. And so what happens is when people are doing calls, because calls are one of the few ways that this kind of model actually works, you have a high no-show, a low CVR conversion rate for these people. It's a lot of time wasted. Right? You're booking out half an hour here, 45 minutes there, and you're only getting 30% of people show up. And out of those 30% of people, unless you're an absolute world-class closer, you're converting a handful of them. So out of that 2K, you're probably having to spend 700 plus, 700 to $1,000 just getting that person in. So it's kind of like profit margins are damaged. So the other side of things, which is also not a great way to do things, is when people attract freebie seekers. This is way more common because it's much lower risk, so everybody's doing this. And again, they'll have their attract mechanism, which again could be ads, could be organic, could be social media marketing, could be anything, could be direct outreach, whatever. And then you put them through to a free lead magnet. Get the template, get the cheat sheet, get the fill in the blanks, whatever here. And then it turns into this game of chasing that lead. They've come in and they've said, wow, those templates, they might be nice to have. I'll get those. They're not really that interested in what you're doing. They don't really have skin in the game. It's free. So yeah, a lot of these, it brings in bad leads because people get the information because it's nice to have, not because they need to have it. It's nice to have. Oh, they might come in useful one day. I'll go put them in this folder over here and I'll remember that, but they've forgotten about it. And so what then ends up happening is this becomes a chase. You're having to chase those leads day after day. and you're sending them emails, follow-ups, all of this. Hey, have you heard? Hey, I've got this going on. Hey, have you done this? Hey, have you done that? It's tiring. Very low conversion rate from this kind of an audience. You'll find that your total audience is like this big with free lead magnets. The number of people who buy is this big. Finding these people within this major sort of big space here is very difficult because all of these people drown out the serious buyers. It's too slow to get a return. All of those bad leads drown out the good leads, and that's all because there's no commitment here. So you've got too big of a commitment here. Pay me $5,000. You barely know me. No commitment down here. Here's some stuff for free. People don't value free information. So the better way, right? This is what I've been using. I switched 90% of my funnels over to this method, and it's working amazingly. Attract, again, ads, organic, social media marketing, whatever. This works really well with ads because they can be self-liquidating very quickly. But I launched my initial $1 product funnel completely organically with social media marketing, going into communities where I thought it would be useful, writing really good posts and then following up with people. Whatever the mechanism here, it goes through to a very low ticket offer. And from there, you can upsell people. Talk about that in a second. The wonderful thing here is that this is still very low commitment. It's not no commitment. And what you'll find is that within your audience, there are two types of people. There are takers and there are givers. Takers give you nothing. Givers give you money. And they give you feedback and time and engagement and all that good stuff that you want for your business. Now, the low commitment, you might think, oh, but who's going to spend $1? Two things on this. One, it's not about the dollar. The dollar is there to separate the people who want stuff for free that will never use it to the people who have a problem that they're actively looking to solve. Somebody who pays you $1 will be 10 times, 100 times, 1,000 times more serious than somebody who comes through only with freebies. So we want to charge them something to separate the wheat from the chaff, the good from the bad, the givers from the takers. The other thing that this dollar product does is it helps you generate cash flow from day one. And there's a really good morale element there. When you see your Stripe notifications going ping, ping, it's great. It's really good. But it basically cuts out those time wasters. It is low commitment. It has some kind of a commitment, but it's low, which means it will fly under the radar of most people. They'll be like, I'll take the risk. I'll also say the $1 price point is elastic. For certain industries, $1 works well. For other industries, you might want to bump that up. I always start them at $1 and see how far I can push them up until I hit that ceiling. My $1 product challenge, the course where you can learn all of this, started off as $1. And I'm finding the best conversion rates are now at $27 for this. Best conversion rates and profit. I tried it at 47, I sold fewer, and actually the revenue was lower, so I went back to 27. But anyway, so with this system, how does it actually work? Very simply, you create something that's worth, say, $100. Doesn't actually have to be like, oh, guaranteed $100 worth of value. Again, that price elasticity will come into this. But you want to create something that is worth way, way more than than $1 to your audience. That offer should solve a small but painful problem, and the offer should be a very easy to install, ready to go, easy to implement solution to that problem, that they can implement it and see a result in 24 hours. That's how you make a killer offer. Quick results to a painful problem. Done. And when it's worth 100, but you're selling it for $1, amazing. And then what you do is you add offers to increase the average order value. That's how you start making money. And then after that, they make the real money through the upsells to your high ticket offer. More on that in a second. So my initial one of these was this is when custom GPTs first became a thing. I have a lot of experience in content marketing. I created, I think, 4 custom GPTs that will handle a lot of the heavy lifting for people. And I sold access to those 4 custom GPTs for $1. Now, that was doing the job of a junior content marketer. So it's probably worth way more than $1. I had an upsell on that because this is basically what we want to be doing. I had an upsell which increased the average order value, and that's how you make some money to then, if you are going to do ads, cover your ad spend. So as you'll see here, like this is $1.48. So this 48 is not actually $48. It's $1 purchase plus a $47 bump. What I did was this one was my custom GPTs. This one was 4 videos on how to create your own GPTs. And then this one over here, this was, I actually forget what that one was. It might have been, I think it was templates, more templates, like templates that I've used all the time throughout my marketing career to help generate millions of dollars, that kind of thing. What this does is it takes what could be a $1 purchase and makes it that it could be anything between $1 and $145 if they buy all 3. Very few people will buy all 3. You'll have 100% of people who are on this end. Like most people, you'll then probably have a 30% take rate on the bump offer. And then up here, you'll have a much, much lower, anywhere from 5 to 10% on this stuff. But it adds up, and I'll show you how it breaks down here. The reason that this is so effective is because even the people who are going to spend $1 for it have identified themselves who are buyers. They are serious buyers who are willing to spend money to solve a problem, okay? And if they're willing to spend money to solve one problem, they're willing to spend money to solve that problem faster, better, more profitably, cheaper, whatever it might be. And you end up with this. Oh, here you go. Custom GPT package. That's the $1 product challenge. $1 product challenge. Yeah. But basically, people who buy this then come along, and this person bought $1,000 per month for 3 months on a subscription plan coaching service. Okay. So people who pay once will pay again is what this is. And that's what you're trying to find. You're trying to find people who have a problem and they feel the pain from that problem so keenly that they are willing to spend money to solve it. And then when you say to them, I actually have something else which helps you solve that problem faster, better, cheaper, whatever, it's this much, those people are way more likely to take that because you already know they're serious about solving the problem. No more freebie seekers, only focusing on buyers. Let's break down the economics of the 4069 from 26 people. As I said, one person paid $3,000, and that's $1,000 a month for 3 months for basically a phone call every week for me to help them optimize their processes within their business and offer coaching on that. So that $3,000. 26 people, everybody who came through the funnel, all 26 bought the $1 product, 3026. 16 of those people paid the $47, 47 times 16, 752, add that on, 3778. 3 people bought the higher end, 97, 291, add that on, 4069. This whole thing, so this all happened very quickly. This was all within 4 days. And then on the back end, we use simple ascension sequences of emails and launch sequences to get those people to introduce them to the higher ticket offers. And what you'll find is if your emails are falling on deaf ears now, it's probably because there's too many freebie seekers. Once you charge people for information, they're more serious. These people had a much, much higher engagement rate with those emails. And one person from it reached out and said, hey, do you do any one-to-one work? And I said, yes, I do. So this all happened within 4 days. And then by day 10, I'd closed this deal. Simple as that. What this really tells you is that most people are out there trying to get huge audiences, big email lists, big social followings. You don't need it to make loads of money. What you need are the right audience, serious people, right? Stop trying to get a bajillion followers on LinkedIn or whatever. What you should be doing instead is looking at people who have a problem that you can solve and are willing to pay to solve it. Identify them with very low cost offers, then sell them more stuff. People who buy once will buy again. People who buy your low ticket stuff will actually consume it, which helps them trust you. Okay. And then from there, you turn those buyers into repeat buyers for continual increases in your revenue and your profit. That's the system that you should be using. Now, this is like an overview video. I can't get into the full details of everything here of how we create offers and products and systems and all of this sort of stuff. I do offer a lot of free advice through at growthmodels.co. You can just join the email list there. I send a daily email with tips, tricks, what we've learned, what we're testing, all of this. We also have the $1 product challenge, which you can find again if you go to growthmodels.co. I'll try and put a link around this video. And we also have a community where we're helping people set this stuff up. And of course, there's one-to-one stuff. Just reach out to me, drop a DM or whatever if you do want some help with that. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments or reach out to me if you don't want to share with the world. For the time being though, just know that you can create good revenue in a short period of time with a very low cost products and a very, very small audience. I launched my initial $1 product around those custom GPTs. I had no standing in like the AI world and all of this stuff. I just managed to do it because it's like, if you create a good offer, it doesn't matter. When it's $1, people will take that chance. When you've got them in that buying frame of mind, you increase the average order value. Like I said, any questions, drop them in the comments. I'll see you in the next one.